How disgraceful. Look at it beating that man. Look. Look at it. Calling him. Look at it. Look. Good afternoon, folks. This is part 2 of the video I did a little while ago. Just a continuation. And I changed the subject. But no. The entire story is based on one word. Racism. No, 2. Hatred. Now, this is about, remember the protests at Charlottesville? And I'm going to read this to you from Al Jazeera. Black man attacked at Charlottesville rally, charged. Can you believe that? DeAndre Harris, 20. You know about this. And I'm just going to give you my thoughts from I've been all over and I've seen pretty sick and disgusting things. United States police have charged an African-American man who was brutally beaten by at least 6 white nationalists following a far-right rally in Charlottesville with unlawful wounding. DeAndre Harris, you all know, 20, who sustained a spinal injury and a head wound that required 10 stitches. Can you imagine? They almost beat that guy, that man to death, that young man to death out there. What a sick boy. Did you see how racism kills? If all the whole world laughs at this buffoonery. A house divided against itself will not stand. That's why you have some of our allies are really starting to turn. Let me stay where I'm going. Charlottesville police on Thursday. Wait a minute. Let me say this. DeAndre turned himself into Charlottesville police on Thursday and was served a warrant charging him with unlawful wounding. Now, they almost beat this guy to death, kicked and punched and used sticks on him. What was said by that other activist group in California? The police and the Klan go hand in hand. You see what I mean? You see how sick and disgusting this is? Harold Cruz, a white man who identifies himself as a, get this, Southern nationalist. You already know what that is. You're one of these groups. On Twitter, claimed that Harris injured him at a car park following the Unite to Right rally on August the 12th. Unlawfully wounding is a felony charge punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a $2,500 fine. Police said Harris was taken before a magistrate and released on an unsecured bond. The confrontation took place after a friend of Harris attempted to take a Confederate flag, widely considered a symbol of white supremacy. That's all it is. Hatred and white supremacy. That's all that is. Would we put up a flag of Black Power or Malcolm X or MIM, the multi-ethnic militia, if you want to get that deep into it? But that's not me. That's not, you know what what if that happens? And it's going to start because there's talk in almost every state. But I hope it's not. We need a peaceful solution. A video of the assault was shared and viewed widely in the days following the rally, which saw hundreds of white supremacists march against Charlottesville to protest the city's plan to remove a statue of, okay, we already know that, statue of Robert E. Lee. The video of the assault shows Harris being kicked and punched by a group of white supremacists. Why didn't they get there? Why didn't they? Never mind. Separately at a rally, a man with a link to a white nationalist group allegedly rammed his car into, we already know that. But here it says, even the authors are saying, police have a lot to explain. Listen at this. Jeff Fogel, who is currently in the running to become Charlottesville Commonwealth Attorney, told Al Jazeera that Charlottesville police had a lot to explain, noting that authorities had been slow to apprehend far-right protesters accused of similar misconduct. Where are these far-right supremacists beating and killing, beating people with sticks and stomping and kicking them? Why don't they charge them with a felony act? You see what I mean? Do you understand the necessity of standing for something? There's nothing worse than, well, yes there is, but racism and hatred is just sick and stupid. That's a disgrace before God. And another thing I'm going to tell you, Malcolm X was right. We need our own. Never mind marching up and down to eat at somebody's county. That a lot of us out, we never understood the. A lot of your great grandparents or your grandparents was cooking the food anyway. You know what I mean? And you need your own. This is why I put the. And I hate black on black violence. Do you understand? That's sick. What we need is education. Keep God first. Put God first in everything we do. Let's clean up our own neighborhood. Let's stop the black on black crime. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. This is pretty sick. See, when we raise up our children to be thinkers, critical and abstract thinking skills, then they'll become entrepreneurs. Then we'll build up our own community where we'll hire our own people. Do you know the first man killed in the Revolutionary War was a black man by the name of Crispus Attucks? A lot of the heroes in in America for over 200 years, they don't even tell you about. See, this is the reason why read and do your own research. I have libraries, so any and everybody can't jump up and tell me anything. You've been here, the first black slaves were brought here, and you had black people here before then, but was brought here by the Dutch in 1619. Look when the Pilgrims came. This is why you need your own. Malcolm X told you you need your own. Marcus Garvey told you you need your own businesses, build up your own communities. Look at the Asian, look at the Chinese neighborhoods. There's a few thousand. Look how many banks they have. Look at their community. You see them with their own businesses, their own truckings. They bring food to their own restaurants. Then they set up in our neighborhoods. Do you understand that? God created you to be something. Don't you let anybody tell you you are something that you are not. God created you to be productive members of society and to have your own. And everybody can't tell me anything. Well, you go back. No, you go back. Do you know at the Emancipation Proclamation in 1865, there were 4 million blacks. Only about 250 or 300,000 were free. At that time, we had less than 1/2% of America's total wealth. Here we are, 50 years of marching and fighting, and we shall overcome, and I have a dream. And what did Malcolm X said a while ago? While Dr. King was having dreams, Negroes were having nightmares. So what happened? 40 million blacks, you still have less than 1/2% of America's wealth. We have not moved economically as the black community in 150 years. It's all buffoonery. They're marching for nothing. That's why right there now in Washington, Trump want to take everything, well, I put it in Washington want to take everything back from it. Gerrymandering and all kind of, do you see this? And be careful who you vote for, but voting is necessary. Be careful who you vote for, man. Some of these people are I'm going to tell you, some of these people are just outright clowns. Most of them are lobbyists. Look at Colin Kaepernick. Look how President Trump, look how Washington changed the whole narrative around. You're fighting, you're kneeling in protest. Police are just coming in and doing what the hell they want in black neighborhoods and the neighborhood of Hispanic and people of color, especially black neighborhoods. And we thank God for all the white Americans in an awful lot, in large number. They're standing up with us to fight against racism and injustice. And keep God first and pray. You don't need no clown telling you you're not worthy. God created you, and you are men and women of God. You are created by God. You don't let anybody tell you anything. That's why you study, do research on your own history. Oh, I got a report, that's right. Ancestry DNA just came back on my mother, and I'll be doing a video on that soon. Thank God. I'm a proud black man, and I thank God that I'm here. I love you. God bless. And thanks for all the support. Man, looking at the people out there, all the white brothers and sisters, and Hispanic and all the other nationalities out there fighting with us, holding hands and fighting for justice. It only takes a few to mess up everything. That's why if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. God bless you. And say your prayers right now. America really needs it. God bless you. Good night.